Hello, everybody. My name is Rick Napier, the President, CEO of Strategic Consulting Experts, LLC, based in Georgia, previously 321 Biz Development out of California. And I'm loving Georgia big time. Loving Georgia, Tampa native, former club DJ in San Francisco, combat veteran, former Fortune 500 sales vice president at a company in Los Angeles. Today is February 7th, 2026, and this episode is about prospecting. And again, no sugarcoating, high intensity. I may piss some people off, but it's the people that get pissed off are the ones that typically say, I want to fix it. So the last episode, I talked about contacting and saying hello to people. So what do you do next? You're in the coffee shop, you're in the bank, you got your dental shirt on, maybe you got Jerry Maguire Esquire on your nice polo shirt. You got floor tiling, you do tile floors for $5,000. You do HVACs. You are a real estate agent, you are an insurance agent. You got all your stuff on. It lets people know who you are. Or sometimes you don't. Not really important when it comes to prospecting. Strategic Consulting Experts, we are the home of mastering the 5 front-end sales activities, which include contacting, prospecting, appointment setting, closing, and getting zero-cost referrals. So either way, you got your logo on or you don't, we're going to talk about how to make your business go boom, boom in the prospecting stage. And like I said, I know this is going to freak people out. This is high intensity. In fact, when I was a sales executive, we used to hire people only who passed the test, the personality psychology test. I don't care what you would tell me, how great you are in sales. If you can't pass my freaking tests, I don't hire you. Because that lets me know that there's something about you that will not allow you to be successful in sales. You got to call me and let me tell you about that. You can call my Florida number, 727-741-4800. But let's say you're one of the people that say, I am sick and tired of losing in my business. And let's say you follow the steps in the last video and you walk into a place and you say hi to somebody. And out of total amazement, that man or woman says hi back. What do you do? Well, I'll tell you this is what most people would do. They would freeze like deer looking at headlights, and they would not know what to do. They wouldn't know what to do. See, and that's the reason why white collar small business owners, blue collar workers, anybody that's selling something for $1,000 per transaction and higher needs to learn how this works. Okay, so that person says hi back. What's your next step? You just, oh, hey, hi, and you just walk away? No, not no, but hell no. That person just told you that they are pretty nice. They didn't take out a 6-inch blade. They didn't pull a concealed carry out of their waistband or out of their purse to shoot you down. Don't you ever say hello to me again. They didn't do that. They said hi back. So what do you do? Well, you have to be a master of conversation, but not on day one. Strategic Consulting Experts, we have a module that guides you through what to say, and not what to say to scheme somebody. Remember, this is about conversation, dialogue. It's about dialogue. That person doesn't know you. You don't know that person. That person may know what you do based on the attire that you have on at that time. But let's say that's not on the table. What do you do? Well, the quick version is that you have to have something in place called form. Form, Form, which stands for how's your family? What do you do for a living? That's occupation. What do you do for fun? That's recreation. And then the M stands for your message. And once you go through that process, you're not talking but only 10% of the time. Listeners, people watching this video, this is high intensity. Sales psychologists, people who study consumer behavior, their biggest complaint that they have with salespeople is salespeople only see dollar signs. And they communicate their lust for dollar signs by talking too much. So we'll help you get rid of that part by asking questions based on form. You see, consumers, they don't like salespeople because salespeople have bad attitudes. Well, not really. Salespeople are trying to make a living marketing their products and services. But because they did not have any formal business education in college, the only thing they know how to do is pitch. That's the only thing they know how to do is pitch. And salespeople have pitched so much, they've been punched in the mouth by consumers, metaphorically. Figuratively speaking, they've been punched in the mouth. Well, salespeople go, well, I don't know if I'm going to talk about my product or service because the last time I did, I got punched in the mouth, figuratively speaking. So salespeople say, I'm just going to shut the hell up. I ain't going to say nothing. I'm just going to hope I'm one of the 400 people that someone will call if they need my product or service. You see, and here's the other thing about your product and service that you like so much. You would not have chosen that product or service if you could not make any money. So why do you think you're the only one that has a right to sell that product or service where you can make $2,500, $5,000, $10,000, $35,000? The law, see that shirt? Cal Berkeley Economics. The reason why you pick that product and a lot of other people pick that same product is because you can make a lot of money. So if you pick that product, why do you think, again, that you have to be the only person that someone's going to call when you got 400, 500, 1,000 competitors in your local market? Give me a break. Okay, so you got to learn how to be a conversationalist in a simplistic way. Okay, so when that person starts talking about themselves using form, all you have to do is just kick back and listen. Don't jump in. Don't try to do a one-up thing on them. Well, the person said, well, I went to Fort Lauderdale to the beach and rented a Airbnb for a week. Don't one-up that person. Well, I went to Greece and spent 2 weeks. You're going to lose that person every single time. Do not try to outshine the person that you want to purchase your product or service perhaps in the future. You know, the second thing that consumers have a challenge with is a lot of business owners don't like capitalism. I kid you not. I've talked to so many business owners and they can't even explain or describe the power of capitalism. A lot of business owners hate it. I'm talking about Republican business owners. They hate capitalism. In fact, they are in an employee mindset. They have a business owner. They have a business. They have an LLC, but in their minds, they're employees. They're waiting for the next task. See, employees do tasks. Business owners focus on efforts to bring in more business. So you have a division of efforts and task. And when you have that division of and when you have that division of efforts and task, the business owner's focus is on the effort side. Now, once you get that person to say, yes, I want to be a client, then your focus moves over to fulfilling the order. But 90% of business owners, they don't want nothing to do with the effort because they're waiting on their phones to ring, and it's not ringing as much as they would like it to ring. So to close this one out, and I hope you like, this is high intensity. This is the kind of stuff, this is the kind of conversation that I can only have with people who are interested in selling. Everybody else is just the walking freaking dead. They're the walking dead. They're waiting for someone to call them. They're waiting for someone to go to their Facebook page. They're waiting for someone to find their website in a sea of millions of websites or tens of thousands of websites regionally. So as I close, form, and then there's something that has to happen at the form. Now that's a proprietary conversation I can only have with clients, but I'll give you this. If that person is talking and you're letting them talk and you're not interrupting this person while they're talking, your likability is going up. And it may not go up where the person may want to buy something from you right now, but they will remember Harold. They will remember Jennifer. They will remember Marty. And the next time they see you, they're going to say, hey, Marty, how's it going? How was your weekend? They're going to start talking to you. And that means this person is starting to like you. There's a book by Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. That's a great book. It's an old school book. It's something that you need to read. I doubt, people will read it because people sometimes, I want the quick buck. I want the quick fix. I'm not going to read that freaking book that Rick told me about. I want my phones to ring right now. You know what? Not going to make it. You're not going to make it. So in closing, there's something that happens after that. There's something that you have to do, something that you have to say. And I'll give you a hint. And I'll tell you this real quick story. I met with a prospect from New Jersey yesterday. And this prospect, I can tell she was testing me to see if I was in it for the money. And yes, my product is great to help her out, get what she wants. But I detected that. And you only can detect that if you have my training. So what I did, I took the path of, hey, you know what? Let me know you have the information. I detected that she was trying to gauge if I was just after the money. So what I did, I walked away without asking for the business. And guess what? I got all these text messages. Oh, you're such a great person in your business. Here's a picture of my dog. Pick up my dog, blah, blah, blah. You know what that's called in professional sales? That's called the takeaway. And here's another hint. Look up clips from the detective show Columbo, and that will help you start to begin to see if you should work with thee. Anyway, this is Rick Napier, the CEO of Strategic Consulting Experts. Same thing for the website.com. Florida number 727-741-4800. And whatever you do, please begin to stop doubting yourself. There is a way to succeed.